On earth this time of year. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Yes, sir.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Locke working out of the gun. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Let's go.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
Jerry Judy, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero as James White. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Jerry Atauchu brings him down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a toss right side with White. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Newton to Michel on the screen. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 9, Newton, this will be caught at about the 6. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run. This is White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That catch good for only a couple. A lot of storylines to a New England-Denver matchup. So many great games in the past. And worth noting, too, that Cam, of course, has his history with the Broncos. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Patriots 14, Broncos 7.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Block now to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Locke going to keep this. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Drew Locke keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
their own 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll get this underneath to Michel. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Hamler now on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
And this carries into the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there, but it'll be second down. To throw again. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. The Broncos' new signee for 2020, Sam Martin, former Lion, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, not only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 21, it's second and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Open man Hamler. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, it's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there, but it'll be second and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Andrew Beck in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive starts with a run by White. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I think this is a free play for Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Block off of play action. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A gain there of 21 yards. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And now it's third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
First down, Denver.
They run it here with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I think the key to that play was them understanding and knowing that once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
28.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damiere Byrd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Broncos 38, Patriots 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns, so this game is flipped. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
34-yard line.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have moved down in front here in the fourth quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a going-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Locke working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Broncos 45. Patriots.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Gordon. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Brings up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken a lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility.